Okay. Do you like us to continue this topic,
Mm,
or you want to choose another one?
I'd like to choose another one.
Okay. Yes.
Okay,
Here.
okay. The number 966.
966.
966.
Okay. Here.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Do
Yeah.
you want to read it first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Around 1.55 billion people speak English, which is more than any other language. English is also used as an official language by many large companies, even in countries where it's not the local language. This means that English can be a useful skill in almost any career, but which just is English essential for? Scientists. In the 19th century, most scientists wrote in German, with some using French or English. But that all changes at the start of World War I, when British and French scientists decided to not read or publish the work of German scientists. By the end of the war, learning and speaking German was even made illegal in many parts of the US. Today, over 80% of all science articles are published in English, and the top 50 scientist journals are all in English. Diplomat. French has been language of diplomats for centuries, but recently English has become more commonly used in places like the EU and UN. Of the
Mhm.
six official languages used by the UN, only French and English are commonly used as working languages within the organization.
Mhm.
Pilot. English has long been called the language of the sky, but in the past, some pilots only spoke basic English. Then poor English skills may have played a role in at least 10 serious accidents since the 1970s, killing over 1,500 people. In
Ooh.
2001, the International Civil Aviation Organization increased their English requirements. All pilots, crew, and air traffic controllers must now pass a test to show they have good English skills. That's all.
Wow. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. In general, um,
Yeah.
Tibong, what can you say with the whole article? Just
With the
by
whole
reading it.
article that
Mhm.
shows several jobs which English is essential for.
Mhm.
Yeah, scientist,
Mhm.
diplomat, and pilot.
Mhm.
But also there are lots of other jobs which is really important for to speak English or write English.
Mhm. Yes. Okay. Especially the part wherein the paragraph you read about the pilot. I was
Yeah.
so shocked that it really caused accidents and killings of people because they cannot communicate to each
Yes,
other,
right.
right?
Yes, right.
Yes.
Actually,
So.
yeah, I also heard similar cases in the past. Yeah,
Mhm.
poor English communication
Mhm.
made serious accident.
Oh no. Mhm. So in here, let's try to answer the questions before I
Yeah.
will ask you my own questions. Okay.
Okay.
Number
Yeah.
one.
Number one, in the 19th century, what language did most scientists write in?
Mhm.
In the 19th century,
Mhm.
most scientists wrote in German,
Mhm.
with some using French or English.
Okay. So they use German, French, or English, right?
Yes, right.
Yes. Okay. And then number two?
Number two, how many official languages are used by the UN?
Mm-hmm.
For UN, they use six official languages, but actually only French and English are commonly used as working languages within the organization.
Okay, very good. Wow. I didn't know that French is really popular. It's my first
Yeah,
time to know it.
yeah, I didn't know that as well. Why,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, French is so important for
Mm-hmm.
UN organization.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Chinese is one of the leading languages aside from English. I
Oh,
never
yes,
thought it's
right.
French.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Chinese language is also more and more important
Mm-hmm.
than before
Mm-hmm.
because there are lots of people from all over the world. They trade with the Chinese, and
Mm-hmm.
also they have their factories or their branches lots in China.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Tibong? Do you understand Chinese or do you speak Chinese?
Actually, I don't speak Chinese or understand Chinese, but I
Mm-hmm.
can write and read Chinese
Mm.
character because
Mm.
in the from the past,
Mm-hmm.
Korea, lots of Korean learn Chinese character,
Mm.
and
Is it
also
is it the same with the Korean characters?
actually at the moment it's a little bit different because in China, actually Chinese character, it's
It's
very complicated and then lots of words are
mm-hmm.
so difficult to remember
Mm-hmm.
or write.
Mm-hmm.
So they made new character, make it
Mm-hmm.
simpler
Mm-hmm.
with a similar meaning. They just reduce the size of the word.
Mm-hmm.
So we Korean learn the actually original Chinese character, not
Mm-hmm.
simplified Chinese character.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's like before Chinese characters are used during the early times in Korea, and
Yeah,
it's just now
yeah.
recently that you have your own Korean characters.
Yes, right. And then
Uh-huh.
our Korean characters, many Korean characters are origined by Chinese characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even though we write Korean character, but some characters origined from China.
Okay, it's like they base the Korean characters to the Chinese
Yeah,
characters.
yeah. Just like our name. For example,
Mm-hmm.
my full name is Kim Tae-bong. Kim
Mm-hmm.
Tae-bong. Kim is my family name, and
Mm-hmm.
Tae-bong is given name.
Mm-hmm.
For my Tae-bong, even though given name Tae-bong means Tae means big,
Mm-hmm.
bong means
Mm-hmm.
some kind of bird. So each
Mm-hmm.
character, each word has a meaning, Chinese,
Mm-hmm.
but the meanings are origined by Chinese. So
Okay.
yeah, every Korean name has origin by Chinese character.
So it's like when you are going to base it in the Chinese character, each
Yes,
word
right.
will have its own meaning.
Yes, right.
Okay. Wow. I just
Yeah.
learned that one today. Thank
Ah,
you.
welcome.
Uh, yes.
Yeah.
Let's proceed, Devon.
Okay,
Oh,
next
here,
question.
number
Yes.
three.
Were pilots always required to have a good English skills?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yes, because in the past, no, actually in the past, some pilots
Mm-hmm.
only spoke basic English, so that makes very,
Mm-hmm.
very serious accidents in the
Yes.
past. So
Mm-hmm.
they, International Civil Aviation Organization increased
Mm-hmm.
their English requirements.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and after having a lot of serious accidents, that's the only time that they started to be strict, right?
That's
That
right.
the International Civil Aviation Organization require increased English skills for pilots, crews, and air traffic controllers. So I think
Yeah.
it's too late.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Next one, number
Next
four.
one, number four. What has been the language of diplomats for centuries?
Okay.
Yeah, French has been the language of diplomats for centuries, but
Mm-hmm.
recently English has become more commonly used in places like
Mm-hmm.
the EU and UN.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. This is what we're talking about a while ago.
That's
French
right.
is also used by diplomats for centuries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then,
And
last
number
question
five,
for
yeah,
comprehension.
which organization increases their English requirement? As I mentioned, the
Mm-hmm.
International Civil Aviation Organization increases their English requirements for all pilots, crew, and air traffic controllers.
Okay, very good. Mm-hmm. So now we are done with the comprehension questions.
Yeah,
Tibong, I want us to answer questions in the
yeah,
discussion part. Is it okay?
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Number
Yeah.
one.
Number one, do you find it surprising that around 1.5 billion people speak English?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, I'm not surprised by the number of
Mm-hmm.
who speak English
Mm-hmm.
because as an international salesman, I traveled a lot of countries,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you can speak English, then
Mm-hmm.
there is no problem for your
Mm-hmm.
traveling. Even though
Mm-hmm.
if you go a first time, then there is yeah no problem for
Mm-hmm.
traveling. So that
Mm-hmm.
means if you can speak English, then
Mm-hmm.
you can go anywhere freely.
Yeah, I agree with that because even though you travel and you are alone, you
Yeah,
don't have your phone to translate something. If you have knowledge with the English language, you can
yeah,
meet someone in that country that
that's
can
right.
understand you,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Yes. Okay.
Uh,
So, how
number
about
number
number
two.
two?
So, do you think English will ever be replaced as the global language? Why do you think so?
Mm-hmm.
I think English will ever be replaced as the global language because
Mm-hmm.
more and more people learn how to speak and then listen to English and then try to use English
Mm-hmm.
at lots of field, not only
Mm-hmm.
for study, also for business and also scientists.
Mm-hmm.
They use English as a standard language.
Yes. Do you like or if I will ask you, T-Bong, do you think it's good that we are using English as the global language, or if you can suggest any language, what would it be?
I think English is good and fair for
Mm-hmm.
lots of countries
Mm-hmm.
to use as a standard global language.
Yes. How about French?
French is too difficult to learn, and then we
Mm-hmm.
never. And then also French is a very limited language. I know
Mm-hmm.
lots of several African countries also use French as their second language or
Mm-hmm.
standard language,
Mm-hmm.
but English will replace the French.
Oh, okay, yes, I agree with you because not
Yeah,
all people has this basic knowledge with French, right?
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Do you want to read one more question or do you want to rest now?
I want to rest now and then, yeah,
Yeah, I'll
other, yeah, topic
I'll
want
I'll see you after
to.
5 minutes.
Okay, see you.
See you.